Today, we are not looking at a normal delivery truck. We are staring at a 1930 REO milk truck shaped like a giant bottle. The kind of machine that makes a grown man ask, was this designed by an engineer, a dairyman, or the advertising department after lunch? In the 1930s, when most trucks looked like square-jawed workers, this one rolled out ready to deliver calcium, confusion, and neighborhood gossip. And before we open the cap on this dairy monument, please subscribe to the channel. It costs nothing, it helps the show, and it tells the algorithm that strange old machines still deserve love. Somewhere out there, a sedan is crying because this milk bottle has more personality than its family tree. The story begins in the United States, where Berwick Creamery commissioned one of the most unforgettable promotional trucks of the early automobile age. Under the bottle body was a 1930 REO truck, built by the REO Motor Car Company of Lansing, Michigan. REO had been founded in 1905 by Ransom E. Olds, the same restless industrial mind who had created Oldsmobile in 1897. So this was not just a carnival prop with wheels. It came from a company tied to one of the great names in American motoring. REO built passenger cars, trucks, and buses until it went bankrupt in 1967, and its commercial vehicles became famous enough that the band REO Speedwagon later borrowed its name from the company's Speedwagon delivery truck. So yes, this milk bottle has a distant connection to classic rock. If it ever runs again, it should not merely idle. It should perform a small arena tour. The reason for building it was simple: advertising you could not ignore. Ordinary milk trucks carried bottles to stores and homes. This one became the bottle. Before television swallowed everyone's attention span, a local creamery needed shape, humor, movement, and memory. A bottle-shaped truck rolling through town was a billboard, mascot, delivery vehicle, and public conversation all at once. This was never a mass-market catalog truck for farmers, bakers, or furniture stores. It was a bespoke advertising hauler created because milk delivery was local, competitive, and visible. In the 1930s, with economic pressure everywhere, a company had to be remembered. A plain truck did the work, but a bottle truck made children point, parents talk, and customers remember the creamery name. Technically, the machine is a 1930 REO truck chassis wearing a custom bottle-shaped body. The exact engine type, displacement, and horsepower are not stated in the supplied source, and the engine is now missing, so we will not invent heroic numbers just to make the story sound louder. What is known is that the truck still has its transmission and rear end, meaning part of the working drivetrain layout remains. The frame is steel, badly rusted, and reportedly broken into two pieces, which is less a restoration issue than a mechanical cry for help. The body, however, is the miracle. It was made entirely of aluminum, and that is why the panels survived far better than most neglected 90-year-old truck bodies would. There is no normal steel body rust horror in the bottle shell, although the wood framing still needs replacement. The source does not give exact dimensions, weight, suspension type, brakes, wheel size, top speed, or fuel economy, so the honest technical portrait is this: a conventional 1930 REO commercial truck was transformed with a lightweight aluminum advertising body into a rolling milk bottle. Its greatest feature was not speed or load capacity, it was visibility. The design philosophy of this 1930 REO milk truck is beautifully simple. If you sell milk, make the truck look like a milk bottle and let subtlety stay home in bed. The body turned a delivery vehicle into a moving landmark. A child did not need to read the creamery name to understand what was coming down the street. The shape did the talking. That is why this truck matters. It represents a period when commercial vehicles were not only machines, but public theater. A bakery might paint bread on a van. A shoe company might build a rolling shoe. Berwick Creamery went further and made the entire vehicle into the product. It was awkward, funny, and effective. The aluminum body also gives the truck an unexpected elegance. It was practical because aluminum resisted rust, but it also allowed a rounded advertising shell that could survive long after the working parts gave up. It is charming in the honest, small-town American sense, a machine built to make people smile while doing a job. Even in ruin, it still has stage presence. Most abandoned trucks look tired. This one looks like it is late for a parade. Compared with ordinary 1930s milk trucks, the bottle-shaped REO was not the sensible choice. A regular hauler was cheaper, easier to maintain, and probably easier to explain to an insurance man. But the market for dairy delivery was crowded, and local companies needed recognition. This truck was aimed at customers before they even entered a shop. It was a rolling advertisement for freshness, reliability, and a little bit of spectacle. Bob would hate it, of course, because he thinks any vehicle shaped like a bottle is government surveillance with calcium. For collectors today, the problem is not desire, it is commitment. This REO is a restoration challenge with a missing engine, damaged steel frame, broken structure, and woodwork that needs renewal. Yet the aluminum body panels are surprisingly solid, and that makes the project tempting. Restoring it would require research, fabrication, patience, and enough money to make a politician suddenly remember your name. Other photographed REO bottle trucks may help guide the work, even if they were not identical. And before we talk money, let us give this strange dairy warrior the respect it deserves. It may not have the glamour of a luxury roadster or the thunder of a racing car, but it has something rarer: instant joy. Now, the price story is as unusual as the truck itself. The original 1930 purchase price is not provided in the supplied source, so we cannot honestly convert it into modern dollars or euros. No confirmed highest auction sale is provided either, and no reliable present-day average auction value is listed. What we do know is that this surviving truck was offered by eBay seller Hobby GTX70, had reportedly appeared before in 2016 and 2020 without finding a buyer, and was later seen with bidding at $1,265 with 2 days to go, while the reserve had not been met. In modern terms, that is about €1,165, depending on exchange rates, but the real cost would be the restoration, not the bid. So the final advice is simple. If you buy it, do not promise your spouse it is almost done. That phrase has destroyed more garages than rust. Restore it, love it, and when it finally rolls again, deliver 1 glass of milk to every dreamer who still believes weird old vehicles deserve a second chance.